StadiumDB.com presents Stadium News of the Month, January 2024. Hello! What's been going on in the stadium world over the past month? Upgrades, ideas, construction, returns and petitions. In this video we will be at the 12 venues and most of the news is about Europe. However, we will visit not only this continent but also South and North America. We'll cover it all briefly in our new format, Stadium News. You can find much more up-to-date news from arenas around the world on our website, StadiumDB.com. But now, we'll start with UK. England. Brighton residents call on club to turn that light off. Residents of Brighton and the surrounding area have long complained about the excessively bright light over the Amex Stadium, which is directed at the turf inside the venue. A petition against light pollution has been signed by as many as 12,000 residents. In addition, the area is located on the border of South Downs National Park, which is an international dark sky reserve, one of only 16 in the world. This fact creates quite a paradox, and the club is not in a position to reduce light even further. Who will win the Star Wars in the south of England? England. Busy start of the year at Everton Stadium despite opening date change. When work began on the construction of the new stadium, there was hope that the club could move to Goodison Park as early as the start of the 2024-2025 season. Those plans have changed, but Everton have started the year very actively. Anyway, the team at Bramley Moor Dock began the year on the construction site for the last time. Project director Gareth Jack has promised that the construction of Everton's new stadium will finish in style, entering the final 12 months of the 3-year build. Switzerland. Fairytale Stadium in the mountains for FC Sion. FC Sion, the leader of Swiss 2nd Division, plays its home matches at Stade de Tourbillon, which can host 20,000 fans. The problem is that there are only 8,000 seats, with the rest being standing areas. Club president and millionaire Christian Constantin has published a project that he says will revolutionize the sporting facilities in the area, announcing the construction of not only a new arena, but also several smaller pitches in the city. USA. VIP boxes on the pitch of an MLS stadium. According to the published hospitality plans for the wealthiest spectators, Snapdragon Stadium will offer pitch boxes unprecedented at this level. These are to be comfortable seats with storage for their belongings, located right next to the substitute benches, with the players close at hand. In addition, lucky ticket holders will be able to count on all-inclusive food and beverage service, access to business class facilities and their own parking space. An umbrella would still be useful. Brazil. Maracanã to be turned into a ski jump? We are moving to Brazil, but only halfway, because it was in Europe that the unconventional idea arose. Concept of jumping in exotic countries came from the Ski Jumping World Cup director Sandro Pertile. The mobile system mentioned by the Italian could stand not only at the Maracanã but also in Dubai. We have great options. We can jump on snow, on mats or hybrid, Pertile said. Would you like to see this innovative idea realized? Or is it more of a situation where the saying, "a drowning man catches at a straw," fits? Canada. BC Place must undergo renovation before 2026 World Cup. After a major renovation in 2011 worth more than $500 million Canadian dollars, Vancouver's BC Place Stadium is in for another refresh. The list of planned work on the 40-year-old stadium includes the creation of new VIP lounges and hospitality boxes, the redevelopment of food and beverage areas, restrooms, and the installation of more lifts. In addition, the facility is to be more accessible to visitors. It is still unclear, however, how much the work will cost and how these plans relate to FIFA's actual requirements. Before we return to Europe, please subscribe to our channel and like our video if you enjoy it. Thanks! And now, as many as 6 news stories from Iberian Peninsula. Spain. Florentino Pérez NFL dream about to come true. Playing an American football match in Spain is closer than ever. The NFL has agreed to play one of the matches in 2025 outside the United States. To this end, an NFL delegation visited Santiago Bernabéu and Metropolitano stadiums, feeling positive about the location of the latter. What the Americans may not have realized is that the stadium does not need to be surrounded by hectares of car parks. The clever Florentino Pérez has turned the Bernabéu's apparent weakness into an asset, so that the American Football League authorities are now much closer to choosing a facility in the center of Spanish capital. Spain. Match against racism in the world's best stadium. The same skin. With this slogan, the Spanish and Brazilian national teams will meet at the Santiago Bernabéu in a friendly match that, in addition to being a celebration of football, will highlight the opposition to discrimination and violence in football. The venue for the duel is no coincidence. The Bernabéu and Brazil are linked by Vinicius Jr., who faces racism most often in the league. The Brazilian is also known for never provoking his opponents. Spain. Brewery at the new Bernabéu. As stated by Florentino Pérez himself, they are striving to turn Bernabéu into the largest recreation and entertainment center in Europe. Also, a brewery will be established at the renovated Real Madrid Stadium, producing beer to be sold during matches and other events at the venue. The brewery installation will be managed by the Madrid-based brand Mau San Miguel, so fans will be able to both celebrate victories with a bottle of beer and drink away their sorrows. Spain, 2024 marked by return to Camp Nou. FC Barcelona president Joan Laporta has 3 New Year's resolutions: more trophies, record revenues, and a planned exit from the Olympic Stadium. The last 2 wishes are closely related to the new Camp Nou, which is expected to generate American-style profits and be not only the capital of sport but also entertainment. If the pace of the work continues, the Blaugrana team will be able to play their first match since the move at their home on the 125th anniversary of the club's founding in November. Spain. La Liga project breaches data protection laws again. La Liga has issued a tender for a system that will recognize the faces of fans who commit crimes motivated by prejudice in order to punish them. This prompted a reaction from the Spanish Data Protection Authority, which indicated that such software would breach data protection laws. The Spanish top league authorities have repeatedly faced criticism for their controversial approach to data protection and privacy. In 2019, it came to light that a microphone and location were used to check whether bars frequented by users of the official La Liga app were broadcasting unlicensed matches. Spain. This is what the new Montilivi Stadium in Girona might look like. The renderings of the Estadio Municipal de Montilivi published by sports.es capture most of the changes that are to take place over the next decade or so. Montilivi is to undergo a series of major redevelopments through the complete renovation of the main, north and south stands. According to available figures, the operation from 2028 to 2033 will require an investment of 34 million euros. We've been to Europe, North America and South America, so we're coming to an end of the news. Let us know in the comments if you like the new format and if you would like to see another episode of the news next month. Thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video. See you later!